Welcome back. Thanks for joining me today. We're going to do a little test of the magic of the 204 Ruger. This is my Savage 110 Predator. Got a semi-bull barrel on it. Today we're shooting the 204 32 grain VMAX. Now typically I shoot the 40 grain VMAX. Can't find any of those right now, so I'm going to shoot the 32 grain. It's not the most ideal conditions. It's actually really windy. When I got here, I had some other projects going on, and wasn't this bad. It's picked up as time has progressed. So again, it's not the ideal conditions to be shooting a 32 grain bullet at distance. A little ill prepared. I got a bag of 12 fertilizer. It's going to be my rest for today. Hopefully it's not too windy in the microphone. We're going to shoot this at 100, 200, and 300 yards, just to show you the difference of drop on this and how flat this thing is and how much forgiveness there is in this round when shooting at something. I'm heading to South Dakota for a pheasant hunt here in about a month and a half, and we'll be doing some coyote hunting while we're out there. So I want to get this tuned up, and figured I'd bring it along just for a little test, just to see what my drops are. Again, this is the 32 grain bullet. This is sighted in for a 40 grain, so it may be a little high to start off with, but that's okay. Let's check it out, see what happens. I can see through the scope that I'm high, which is understandable. I typically shoot a 40 grain out of this. It's sighted in for a 40 grain. Well, we'll go ahead with it. Probably 4 to 6 inches high. So let's take this down. That's too low. This should be right on the money. Yeah, buddy. There it is. Right on the money. As I'd said before in one of my previous 204 videos, I love this round and I love this rifle. I've been nothing but happy with this rifle since day one. Just love it. Flat out laser beam shooter. And this round is something else. I have a AR and a 204, which I'm going to bring out too. I'm going to sight that in for South Dakota as well. So we'll do another little test on that at some point. This is a 32 grain. Let's go down and take a look and see where we were hitting, and then we'll move back to 200 yards. Alrighty, there's my first three, 1, 2, 3. So I dialed it down, I believe it was 3 MOA, and that was my fourth shot. And I dial it back 1 MOA, so I'm exactly 2 MOA down from where I originally started. And there's my 3-shot group. 1, 2, 3. Like I said, man, that rifle, that round, it's just a flat shooter. I love it, super accurate. So we're gonna move back to 200 yards now. Again, it's windy. Let's see how magic this bullet is. Alrighty, we're back here on the little 300 yard perch. Have the target set up at 200 yards with the camera on it. So we're gonna shoot this at 200 yards, do a 3-shot group, and then I have a target dot on a steel plate at 300 yards. I'll go down, move the camera, put the camera on that, and we'll shoot it at 300 yards. So I got a 0 at 100. Let's see how this pans out. Can't tell. Let's go down and take a look. We'll move on back to 300 yards. Alrighty, there we go. There's my 3-shot group at 200 yards. That's my first, that's my second, my third. 2 inches at 200. So I'm holding one MOA. Let's move this back to 300. I know this will drop about 6 to 8 inches at 400 yards. You can see my 400 yard 204 Ruger video. Sorry, I had to adjust the camera. You can see my 400 yard 204 Ruger video. I'll put the link in the description below. Dead hold on the bolt above the targ dot. easy for me to say, wasn't it? Let's see. Got some weeds blowing around out there. Hopefully I get over the top of them. Oh man, we got a bush in the way. There's a bush down there, and the wind, when it blows, it's either in my way or I barely have enough clearance. So let's try to time it out and get a shot in while this limb is down. Low right of the target dot, but I did jerk that. We'll see if these other ones, if it was a jerk or if it's just the way it is. Trying to time it. Looks like that's just the way it is, because I've got a little group going on down there. It'll be cool to get that targ camera video cut into this. So we'll be able to tell what kind of drop we have. I'm giving that plate hell. So out of curiosity, so we know at about 400 yards we have about 8 inches. So if I'm going to be out west, there's a song dog out there at 300 yards. I need to know where to hold on this. 100 to 200, there's no holdover needed. It's flat as fuck. I'm going to hold on the second. Out of the BDC reticle, you have the center cross. There's a slash. There's 3 slashes under that, horizontal slashes under that center cross. I'm gonna hold on the first post, or the first horizontal slash. I think that'll be dead center. Getting close. I love it. I am going to go ahead and adjust this because I'm right. 2 clicks left. Be a 1/2 inch. Damn you, limb. Jeez. I think that's my honey. And I forgot when I was doing the holdover on my first, when I came up, I wasn't aiming at the bolt, I was aiming at the targ dot. So now I'm aiming back at the bolt. That's left. Got one more bullet left, might as well shoot it. Again, I appreciate your time. I don't do this for money. All this is on my own dime and on my own time. I don't have any sponsorships and I'm not trying to sell you anything. If you could, do me a favor, support the channel, subscribe, give me a like. I'd appreciate it. Last shot at 300 yards. All right, didn't shoot my camera or my stand. Those were the first 3 with a dead hold on the bolt. I went second hash on the BDC reticle. I knew I was right from my 100 yard and my 200 yard target. But second post, so I gave her 2 clicks left. I believe I'll have to go back through the footage, but that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think, maybe. That's my last shot. That's my third to last shot. I think my second to last is up there somewhere. That's holding on the bolt, second hash on the BDC. But from 100 to 300, that's a dead coyote, you know? And I forgot, the first time I shot on the BDC hash, I was aiming center hold of the targ dot versus center hold of the bolt. So those are pretty much dead on the second or the first hash of the BDC reticle, because I was aiming there. I realized what I was doing, aimed at the bolt, put 3 on the bolt and then 2 off. But man, that's a dead coyote from 100 to 300 yards. It's just, you put the crosshairs on it and squeeze, the thing is dead. Not trying to make any money on it, folks. I just love to shoot guns. I don't know where that came. There's a guy that in Indianapolis that used to have a gun store that did that shit. He's like, I don't like to make any money, folks. I just love to sell guns. Wish I can remember his name. If somebody out there, some Hoosier remembers that, chime in on the comments and let me know who it was. It's a windy day out here, probably a bad day to be shooting a 204, but it's the magic of the 204. Got a stiff wind out here, and as you can see, 300 yards, and there's hardly any drop. Very cool round. Like I said, I love it. Love that gun. Again, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining in. Till next time, be safe.